This for sure is a scheme that Todd set up. No, because he really went and filed for primary physical custody of the two children he has with Kandi. And shocker, he is also challenging the validity of that prenup he signed right before the wedding back in 2014. He's arguing that Kandi's work schedule keeps her out of state for months. Which conveniently paints him as the stable, stay-at-home dad who's always the constant in both those children's lives. But to me, that was done purposefully so that he could tee this up to challenge the prenup. Because he is saying that he was pressured into signing that prenup and that it was given to him moments before the actual wedding, and so he did not have enough time or legal representation.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Damn, bro. 30 mil left on the table. All because you signed that prenup. I don't know what this dude was thinking, fam. Because the only reason why Kandi was with Todd was just to have fun. She didn't need him financially. All he had to do was one job. Show her a fun time. And don't sign the prenup. Now that he signed the prenup and she filed for divorce, every day that money is burning his soul. Like, damn, I've been with this woman for over 10 years, bro. And I can't get nothing? That's a lot of time, fam. 10 years, bro. And she's worth 30. At least give me 5. Give me some. But right now, he's trying his best to get some of that money. So right now, he's going through desperation. He's thinking, what can I do? But it's going to be tough, though. I mean, for me, as a man, that's why I got to be the breadwinner. And I'm just not a big fan of being with a woman for her money. Because you spent 10 years with her, and that's 10 years down the drain. Matter of fact, let's see what a lawyer got to say about this.
So, Todd and Kandi, they are Tennessee residents. They have a prenuptial agreement. Now, that prenuptial agreement doesn't get filed anywhere. Nothing happens to it or happens with it until a triggering event. So, triggering events, 9 times out of 10 are someone files for divorce. Now, even though they cover legal separation, I will say divorces are far more common, at least in Tennessee, than legal separation. So, someone files for divorce, i.e., in this case, Kandi filed for divorce. So 9 times out of 10, in a complaint for divorce, Kandi would say, hey, I'm moving for divorce. These are my grounds for divorce. These are the statistical facts about my case, everybody's info, and there's going to be a provision to enforce the prenuptial agreement. So Kandi would say the parties enter into a prenuptial agreement on this day. Wife veers that the prenuptial agreement is valid and enforceable and moves the court to enforce the prenuptial agreement. Now, Todd, if he's seeking to challenge the prenuptial agreement, he's going to file a counter complaint and he's going to acknowledge that there is a prenuptial agreement, but he's going to say that the prenuptial agreement is not enforceable. He's going to have to spell out why the prenuptial agreement is not enforceable in his opinion. And in Tennessee, the most common ways that someone challenges a prenuptial agreement is first to say that they entered into the agreement under coercion, duress, undue influence, fraud, or something to that effect. In short, they're arguing that they lacked the independent ability or the free will to enter into this agreement. And if they were in possession of that, they would not have signed the agreement. The second way to challenge a prenuptial agreement is to say that there was not an adequate disclosure of financial assets, liabilities, so forth and so on. So to say, hey, we entered into a prenuptial agreement. Yeah, I entered into it freely. I'm not under coercion, duress, or coercion when I entered into it, but they did not disclose their assets to me. So I can't be bound to something when I didn't have all the requisite knowledge I needed to enter into it with good insight, good understanding. So those are the most common ways someone challenges a prenuptial agreement here in Tennessee. Now, defenses to those challenges are, one, of course, to say, hey, the person entered into this agreement without any undue influence, coercion, fraud, etc., right? Everything was above board. Now, the easiest way to avoid that type of claim is to make sure that you don't blindside your soon-to-be spouse with a abrupt prenup, right? So we know TV shows, we see it all the time, right? Where they say, hey, on our wedding night or on the eve of our wedding, I got presented a prenuptial agreement. I wanted to get married, so I just signed it. I didn't look, I didn't do anything. Or, on our way to our destination wedding, they say they want a prenup and they bring these lawyers in and I just sign without knowing what I'm signing, right? Those are what we see. Those are the dramatizations of it. But that does happen in real life too, right? So if you know you want a prenuptial agreement, when you're talking about marriage, when you are talking about wedding planning, you need to make sure that your spouse is, or soon to be spouse, right, is aware at all times of your intent to get a prenuptial agreement, that you promptly and timely get the prenuptial agreement, that you share the prenuptial agreement with them, and you give them enough notice that they have an opportunity to take it to a lawyer, to have it reviewed, to give feedback, to make suggestions on what they wanted to say. You want to be able to show that all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossing, that this person had ample time, was fully aware they had some control over the dynamics, and that they were not blindsided or ambushed with a prenuptial agreement.
At this point, he can't even just say he gonna sign it and just sign it. Because she was like, even if he signed now, he could be like, well, they pressured me into signing it.
Sensational.
Very interesting. He might have a shot at that 30 mil. Here's the thing. He signed the prenup against his lawyer. Secondly, he signed the prenup 4 hours before the wedding. He could easily say he was pressured into signing the prenup because they were filming an actual episode. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. But I know it's hard to be with a woman like Kandi, and after she's done with you, she just dropped you like a bad habit. He probably feels used, and that's why now he's trying his best to get some of that money. But I don't know. We will see how this unfolds. Matter of fact, let me give you guys a recap on how we got to this point.
But I mean, damn, can we have sex more than once a week?
Let's be real. I'm not Tyson Bedford. You're not Rihanna.
Yo, this situation is crazy, fam. I just understand what their relationship was really about, and it's crazy. So she's a very career-driven woman, right? She got money. All she pretty much need a man for is to just have a fun time. She don't need a man for money. She got that. So then she got your boy. She chose your boy. So apparently your boy was really like the prize. You see what I'm saying? It's down there like she had to chase after him. But the problem is, and fellas, this is very important, bro. It's not wise to be with a woman that you are not attracted to. That's never a good thing, because you can't be the best version of yourself. Like, you can't be the man that you're supposed to be, because your woman don't really inspire you. She don't motivate you to be the best version of yourself. You can't be inspired by a woman that you're not into. So here's the thing. Sometimes a man will get with a woman based on her benefit, based on the fact that she could provide, based on the fact that she could give you opportunities. And if you're in a bad spot, she might be beneficial. But it's not good to wife a woman in that situation, because you just can't. You will become her bitch. That's just your only position. After a while, you will feel like a bird. But nevertheless, let's get into her response after she filed divorce.
What I will say is, Todd and I were together for, our marriage lasted 11 years. We was together like 14. We got 2 wonderful, beautiful children. I have no regrets, okay? So, I mean, sometimes things don't work out, and it just is what it is. Jeannie says, speak on it with Mama Joyce, please. Oh, no. My mama does not need to be on speak on it right now. My mother has been very peaceful and happy. I'm not bringing her to come speak on it, because she might speak too much. Yes, we are having Thanksgiving this week. Let me just say, no matter what Todd and I are going through, we are parents together. We are co-parenting together. We have beautiful children together. So we are trying to make this transition as smooth as it can possibly be for our kids. That is our main concern.
But I ain't gonna lie though. I do feel bad for this dude, bro, because he had to pretend to like a woman that he wasn't really attracted to. Like, you know how hard that is? And the fact that he signed that prenup, bro. She made him sign a prenup to protect her assets. So he was nothing but, like I said, a sex slave or a boy toy, however you want to call it. But for him, there was no benefit there. And that's just sad. But obviously, he wasn't really into her because the signs were there.
I felt like initially in the beginning, I felt like I used to initiate it more.
Me too. I did too.
But that's how players are. Like players like to be like, you know, we want.
There you go with that Leo bull.
I'm just giving you the truth.
Players, that's how players.
Guys
What
like
players like? What do you
guys
think?
like their ego. We want to know you want us, just like y'all know.
First of all, his ego is out of control. Okay, to be clear.
It's really not, babe.
It is.
This ego is.
Definitely.
It's been put in a box. I've kind of smashed it away. I don't go crazy.
Yeah, whatever.
But like that, we need our ego fed.
Okay, well, to be clear, I don't agree with that. I think you need your ego fed because I wasn't necessarily used to that. Now, I've had 1 or 2 relationships where that where it was like maybe I initiated more, but I definitely was used to the other way around.
I like that myself.
What?
I like when a man initiated, you know.
Right.
Personally.
Okay, so
But
let's
you've
get into
experienced the
initiating.
same thing where you feel like you was initiated more.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, I feel like after a good year of that, I was like, okay, well, shit, if he want this to pop out, then he gonna need to get it going.
So you did it though. You did it in the beginning.
In the beginning, and then I backed out.
But then why did you back out? Like if it was working,
Because
if
it
it was
only working
working.
for you. I need you to be like,
Wait, you were still getting what you needed, right?
yeah, but like I need you to play into my.
Or you need me to come
and play
jump
into
on
what
your
I-
bones? Okay, okay.
like
I'm
Like,
not even.
we want to be.
cater to as well.
But I'm saying you can't have the bonnet on expecting me to come jump on you. Like I.
Ty, we're not doing this.
I'm not wearing a do-rag. I'm chilling. The waves is banging. The haircut is fly. I'm smelling good.
Baby, you want this ass or not, okay? Do you want it or not?
You need to warm this car up before you start driving. Don't think that you just finna just go cranking this bitch up. Like it ain't like that.
Right, but
you need to warm this thing
but
up.
think
so
about it.
It don't always come already ready to go.
And this is what I'm saying, bro. Think about being in a situation like this. You're with a chick that you're not really attracted to, but you gotta fake it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pretend and try to be affectionate with her, but you're not really into her. And you're used to her chasing after you. Now, she want you to chase after her. Fellas, that's how it is with all women, by the way. A chick might meet you, she might be a groupie towards you, she might be your biggest fan, but once she gets comfortable, now she's gonna want you to chase her. That's how it works. But it's so crazy with these two because it's almost like he used to try to tell her how he felt about her. Because it be sounding like he be trying to tell her, like, yo, I know the type of woman that you are. I'm just here for the money.
I can off at least one guy every 3 months.
That's
If you're single,
No. I've never been single. That's not true at all, Ty. What you be thinking about?
What I'm saying is,
because you meet somebody, you kick it with them
that's what I want to really differentiate.
Candy, you gave me the coochie in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
That's with you, but that ain't go
But
like
we
that with
wasn't
everybody.
married.
No, I didn't do that with everybody though.
And this is why you should wait when you meet someone.
CAP. Now, any wise man knows if a chick give it up to you fast, you are not special. That's just the type of woman that she is. Be real with yourself. And especially when a woman hits you with the, nah, I don't usually do that. It's just you. Fellas, don't be a fool, man. You're not special. But it seems like this was his like therapy sessions. It's like this is how he would get his shit off. because I know it's hard. You're with a woman that you're not attracted to, but you are attracted to her money. So fam was making it very clear to her that he wasn't really interested in her.
Even prior to this relationship, it was certain guys, they didn't care if I was just sweaty and stank coming from the gym. They wanted to come and chomp on it, okay?
Yeah.
And give me the whole lick down, okay?
I get
but
you.
You be the one to be
I
acting like...
get you. Everybody's not the same. Just like everybody isn't like the same things sexually, everybody's not attracted to the same things. So I might not want to see the bonnet. That might not turn me on. Like, y'all got to understand.
So you need your car warmed up too?
Nah, like for me, I'm visual. Like, I cannot have sex in the dark. Like, that shit is like...
you don't like having sex in the dark?
Hell no. I need to see that booty moving. I need to see stuff
That's why we
moving
can't wear
around.
no damn bonnet. Turn the lights off.
See?
Oh, and here's another thing.
Bro was chasing that bag. Yo, I know he mad he signed that prenup.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. For y'all women who are bosses and have all of this money and got this extra shit.
Why you saying it like that?
No, because I think, you know, I understand the double standard, but I think you also need to understand the man that you're with, the man that you chose and you're allowed to choose you, that you can't be so mine. You know what I mean? You have to open up within reason. I'm not saying going by no niggas, no Bentleys and doing dumb shit, but you gotta invest in y'all and y'all future, and you gotta let your man feel like a man in those scenarios. Because with all the money that you have, you know, you can end up by yourself. You know what I mean? Because at times, that type of energy of it's mine. No, I'm just being honest as a man. I'm just giving you my honest opinion.
Okay.
As you continue to be like, it's mine, it's hard to hear someone say it's mine in a relationship that's supposed to be it's ours. Can I talk? And it's not about, hey, I got this 10 million, let me give you 5. It's not that. It's more so just knowing, like, yo, we got each other, you know, whatever. Let's build, let's make it happen. But when you hear a person say mine a lot, that shit sticks.
Ooh wee, look what that money make a bitch do.
And you know what's so crazy? Kandi was prepared for this divorce. Everything was well planned out, while he was just trying to get a piece of the pie.
And, you know, the related Lord.
House and then put your name on it, but you can't contribute as much.
Right. Well, that's when you get in you know, the related, Lord forbid, the people break up, and then the person take the house, and then you got to pay them all this money just so they can keep maintaining a house that they can't even afford.
I didn't invest it in something that you can't afford, and we break up, and now I got to take care of that anyway.
Right, and that's why
So,
to me,
does that make
I would
sense?
think it would make more sense to say, hey, if we ever break up, you know, we would
sell the house.
We would sell this house,
Put you
and
in
you would
something
stay in something
you could afford.
Not put you in the hood and especially we got kids together.
Right.
But you know, maybe it wouldn't be this house. Even in divorce, I don't think it's right when men be trying to take half for the women. I don't think it's cool. Like, I feel like a man should always be a man and be able to handle his own or whatever, right? So,
So if you gained your money while the man was with you and he nurtured you, he helped you, gave you ideas, he was a part of that, you know, that progression, you don't think he should get anything? You did it all.
What is he?
Nobody said she did it all.
Well, no. I'm just saying,
like,
you with your husband right now, right? So say he's like, you should do this, you should do that, let's work on this. Like, he's setting you up, he's organizing you, he's getting your shit right.
Boy, if you don't get...
Once you signed that prenup, it's over, bro. It's over.
that you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
In this situation, you gotta give it up to her. She won. Here's the thing, fellas. When a woman is not really that attractive and she's career driven, what she's gonna do, she's gonna use her resources to help her attract the type of men that she wants instead of focusing on a guy who is on her level from a physical standpoint. A lot of times when you see most of these women who are career driven, they are very masculine and they tend to take charge. So as far as the men that they want, if they could attract that man based on their benefits, they're gonna pull that move. And I think in this case, she knows the game. This was all planned out. Like I told you all previously, she had to reach a phase in her life where she wanted to feel like a wife. When you got money, you could do a lot of things because there are always leeches around. There are always people who are willing to do anything for money. And to be honest with you, she saw this dude plan a mile ahead. That's why she gave you a prenup to sign. But if you're a smart man, you wouldn't sign. Why would you sign the prenup, bro? You know you're not into her. So in this situation, she won because she felt how it is to be a wife. And when she's tired of you, she returned back to the streets without losing anything. And she got a baby father that she can control financially. It is what it is, man. Fellas, be wise out here. But please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ, and I'm out. Oh yeah, this might be your only benefit, but be careful doing this.
I'm smashing all Kandi's friends if we single. I'm knocking them all down.
Nigga.
Ah.
I would kill you. No. No. I got a good one.
Would you be mad if I was smashing one of your friends?
Hell yeah. If we went together no more, yes, dude, you're my
Wait, is there any
husband and my children's
Is
father.
there any friend you wouldn't even be tripping about?
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.